Well, the shit has hit the fan for a lot of us. It's been hitting the fan for a lot of us in general, well before this. So I just was made aware today via email and in the patient portal that we no longer, our health insurance is no longer being accepted by my primary care doctor that I've been seeing for nearly 6 years. And the primary care doctor is moving to, basically, they're no longer accepting insurances. Everything will be private. And while that's a nice option for some, it's not going to be affordable for most, because it's $1,200 annually out of pocket or $400 quarterly. So again, some of us will be able to do that, but arguably a lot of us won't, especially in the trans and intersex community, considering that a lot of us are already dealing with being underpaid, unable to find jobs because we're being discriminated against for being trans, for being intersex. And then two, with today's cost of living, $400 every 3 months may not be budgetable for a lot of folks when they're already stretching their bills, like foreman mills. Like literally, folks are already struggling to pay rent, to pay mortgages, to pay their car notes, to pay for groceries, to pay for utilities. And then at first I was like, okay, well maybe, I can just rework the budget, fit this in. But then further down the road, they don't accept Blue Cross Blue Shield network. So even if you were to pay for, the annual fee or the quarterly fee to see your primary care physician, if your primary care physician has to call in your prescription or you need a lab or what have you, your insurance wouldn't be able to cover it because they don't accept it. So it's like, why would you be paying $1,200 a year or $400 every quarter to still have to turn around and pay out of pocket for all of your medications because you don't accept the insurance anymore? Also, why weren't we notified about this sooner? I literally went to my primary care physician at the end of November for my regular, quarterly appointment. And I asked, are there going to be any changes, anything that I need to be preparing for, any precautions with everything coming down the pipeline with the new president and the administration. And they made it seem like everything was cool. We don't have anything to be worried about. Obviously, I knew, that's why I asked. Lo and behold, February comes. I'm getting ready to plan my next quarterly appointment. And all of a sudden, it's all these changes are being implemented and put. And instead of calling your existing patients, it was just expected that folks were going to see their portal and be able to make these changes right then and there. Unfortunately, we don't get to pick and choose who our insurance providers are. A lot of us have those of us that do have insurance, it's already a privilege. And if you do have your insurance, 9 times out of 10, it's through your employer. We didn't get to select who our insurance provider was going to be. And a lot of us already aren't making decent money. It just needs to be said. So now you have to try to figure out a whole nother bill on top of also now having to pay out of pocket for your insurance or for your medications and labs because your office doesn't accept the insurance that I have. So again, a lot of folks thought this was a joke. They didn't take any of this seriously. It was hee hee ha ha laugh laugh. And here we are being ripped off our primary care physicians. I've been seeing this person for damn near 6 years, over half a decade. And hey, who cares about that? So a lot of us are definitely gonna be going through a lot of issues. And again, people made that decision November 5th that, you know, who gives a fuck about you and you needing to be able to go to a doctor and you being able to have your medications and you being able to have gender affirming care? Who cares? Was basically what people told a lot of us November 5th. And then people wonder why I'm the way I am. I'm just going to keep it real. I look at a lot of you as selfish assholes who are transphobic and who never gave a fuck about us to begin with. This is why I do not trust a lot of you, because time and time again, we have seen how y'all actually feel. Your actions are speaking way louder than your words the vast majority of the time. So now a lot of us that have been seeing this particular primary care physician will have to be on the hunt for a new primary care physician, which again, a lot of cisgendered people are like, well, that's fine. Just go get another doctor who also is going to accept intersex and trans patients. See, you don't have to worry about being told that your insurance isn't going to cover something because you're cisgendered. And you don't have to worry about if you're going to be able to get your prescriptions because you're cisgendered. Meanwhile, we have to try to figure out who's going to accept us. Are we going to be able to get our medications? And then trying to be on the hunt for people. You know, so anyways, I got a class that I have to teach at 6 o'clock. So I don't have time for that right now. I've got to take that off. You know what I'm saying? Gotta code switch real quick and get back into my professional zone to teach a financial literacy course at 6 o'clock in 17 minutes. And that is adulting as an intersex trans man in the USA in February 13th, 2025 at 5:43 p.m. Hey, welcome to America with the 3 Ks, man. That's all I got to say on that one. And simultaneously, you still got other responsibilities. I still take care of my mom. I still take care of my grandmother. I literally just paid property taxes. And I'm just sitting here like, and then you want me to give you $1,200 or $400 quarterly? I paid for my mom's copay for her MS infusion appointment for tomorrow already. And I'm just like, I'm telling you, man, I'm just like, yeah, you know, we are fucked. We've been fucked, though. That's just it. You know, this entire life experience as an intersex trans man has been hell, if we're going to be completely honest. The way we're treated, it's just the shit that we have to put up with that other people don't because they're privileged as cis people is really something to think about. Anyways, let me go to work.